Hello, good day everyone, and for today I will be your instructor for our today's discussion. But before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Johnaflor Salguet, or you can call me Miss Jana or Ma'am Jana. So, I want to know how are you all doing today?
I'm doing great, Ma'am Jonah.
That's great to hear. So, before we begin our discussion, I'd like someone from the class to begin an opening prayer. Anyone from the class who would like to volunteer? Yes, Mr. Abenke.
Let's bow our heads and feel the presence of the Lord. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive to those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. So, to formally begin our discussion, let's start with the following sentences. I want you, Mr. Abenke, to read the sentences 1 to 4.
Sentence number one. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Sentence number two. How far is it to the beach? It's 1 mile that way. Sentence number three. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Sentence number four. What's the weather like today? It's cloudy and rainy.
Thank you. And for sentence 5, we have it is easy to make mistakes in a new language. And for sentence 6, it is a shame that so many people give up. Now I will give you a moment to observe and analyze these sentences. I want you to think of what are the differences or similarities, and then after that, please raise your hand and tell me your answer. Thank you. Anyone from the class? Yes, Mr. Benke.
Well, ma'am, I have observed that the sentences that I have read is always starts with the word it, and it always and mostly tells us about distance or time.
Alright, thank you so much for your observation. So, I ask you this because this will be a part of our discussion. And our first discussion will be it as a dummy subject. Can you please read of what is in the screen, Mr. Benke?
It, as a dummy subject, talks about the time, dates, distance, or the weather. It doesn't have a specific meaning, but it serves as the grammatical subject of the sentence.
Thank you, Mr. Benke. So, it is said that as a dummy subject, does it have a specific meaning to a sentence or phrase, but rather, it as a dummy subject serves as a grammatical subject of a sentence. Now, this one serves only as a way to grammatically define a word or an object. Now, let's move forward. We have the sentences earlier that we have, and I want this to be an example as you have what have noticed earlier for you to analyze it also. Now, first let's identify the it as a dummy subject. Please trace it for me, Mr. Benke.
It, as a dummy subject, can be found in the phrase, what time is it? After the verb is. And also, the second dummy subject, it, before the word 3 o'clock.
Thank you so much. Let us see if you're correct. Yes, you're correct. The circles actually to the it's. I'm sorry, it's just an error. But anyway, You're actually correct, no? Because it as a dummy subject can be used as a grammatical subject for the time. It talks about time. And also, we have this hint of question of what time. And also the hint of 3 o'clock. Now, moving forward, we have sentence 2. How far is it to the beach? It's 1 mile that way. Please answer.
The dummy subject in the sentence, how far is it to the beach, is located between is and to, while the second dummy subject on the phrase, it's 1 mile that way, is before 1 mile.
Thank you so much. Now, you're correct. Now, can you tell me what does the it as a dummy subject indicates in the sentence?
It indicates distance.
Yes, you're correct. Now, dummy it in the sentence presents the distance because it significantly pertains to the question how far and to the word mile. This is the answer. No. For sentence 3, what day is it? It's Tuesday. Please answer, Michael.
Uh, the dummy subject in the phrase, what day is it, is in after the verb is, and the second dummy subject, which is it, is in before the word Tuesday.
Thank you. And what does it indicate rather in the sentence?
The dummy subject in the sentence indicates date or day, ma'am.
You are correct, very good, Mr. Rebecca. I commend you for that because you keep on getting the correct answers. It means that you are listening attentively to the class. No, you are right. Now, um, we can see on the sentence that it talks about the day because we have the hint or supporting evidence that it talks about the time or the day rather, I'm sorry, by the word Tuesday and the question what day is it. For the next one, please read and answer of what does it talk about. Sir Rebecca again.
What's the weather like today? It's cloudy and rainy. The it as a dummy subject in this sentence is located before the word cloudy, and it tells us about the weather.
Thank you so much. You're actually correct now. But to explain, the dummy it in this sentence is the following the words cloudy and rainy. Now we can say that this one talks about the weather because of the question, what's the weather? And the words cloudy and rainy. Now we can say that the word it can be a dummy subject in sentences about times, dates, distance, or weathers. And it is also known as the empty it. Unlike the ordinary pronoun it, dummy it refers to nothing at all, as in nothing at all. It simply serves as a grammatical function. In other words, dummy it has a grammatical meaning but no lexical meaning at all. Now, any questions before I move forward?
None, ma'am. Everything is clear.
Thank you for responding. Now, here is the one that I have just said. Now, in this one, I want to test your ability if you really listened to me earlier. What I want you to do is to identify what is being talked about in the following sentences. It can be time, dates, distance, or the weather by using it as a dummy subject. So, for number one, we have it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Please stop singing. What do you think does it talk about?
The sentence talk about time because of the word 2 o'clock in the morning.
Thanks so much, Mr. Rebecca. You are correct. I won't explain that anymore because that is self-explanatory. But here is your answer, which is correct. Congratulations. Now, for number two, I'm surprised that it is so sunny in the middle of January. What do you think does it talk about and what are its indicators?
Uh, I'm surprised that it is so sunny in the middle of January. It talks about weather, and the indicators that help me find the meaning is the word sunny.
Thank you so much. Let's see if you are correct. You are correct, Mr. Rebecca. And for number three, it is the 21st century. I can't believe we still use that phone. What do you think is the answer? Again, Mr. Rebecca?
The sentence tells about date or year, and the word that helped me find the meaning is the word 21st century.
Thank you. So let us see. And you are correct. It talks about the date or year, and our indicator is the 21st century. It looks like you're listening carefully, huh? Because you're getting the correct answers. Now let's move forward to our next type of it, which is the introductory it. So the first one, we have the it as a dummy subject. And for the second one, we have this, the introductory it. But what is it about? Please read the definition, Mr. Rebecca.
Uh, Certain set phrases beginning it is can be used at the start of a sentence. It is the subject of the sentence and can be used to express a general truth or belief.
Thank you so much. So, in introductory it is it can be used at the start or at the beginning of a sentence. And it becomes the subject of the sentence. And additionally, this one, the introductory, it can be used as a way to express a general truth or belief. Now I have these sentences, couple of sentences to prove this one. So for number one, it is easy to make mistakes in a new language. Now, my question is, tell me where is the introductory it or the it clause, Mr. Rebecca?
It is in the beginning of the sentence.
Let us see. You are correct. Now, tell me if you can see other clauses in this sentence. Please observe.
The other clause in this sentence is the word to.
You are correct. And what kind of clause is to?
To is an infinitive clause.
Alright, so let's see if you're correct. It is easy, the it clause, obviously the introductory it, and followed by to infinitive. You are correct. In this one, we can conclude that we use the introductory it as the subject and put the infinitive, which is the infinitive to, after the introductory it. Unlike the it as a dummy subject that only serves as a grammatical subject, the introductory it serves as the subject, so it means that it has the lexical meaning on it. It is unusual now to have an infinitive as the subject of the sentence. So in English, as an alternative, we use introductory it or the clause it as the subject and put the infinitive clause afterwards. Do you have any questions?
None, ma'am. Everything's clear.
Alright, good. Now, For the next one, it is a shame that so many people give up. Now, again, tell me what is your analysis about this one or on this one, Sir Benke.
The introductory it is in the beginning of the sentence, ma'am.
Correct. Now, what changes can you see or observe if we will compare the clauses that we have in the last sentence?
The infinitive clause to is changed to the infinitive clause that.
All right, very good. You're actually correct about that. So let's see. It again as an introductory. The circle just serves as clue or emphasis into that. And that, which is the clause that you have just said, Mr. Rebenke. Now, in this one, no, some other clauses that we can accompany to the introductory it is the clause that. And introductory it is usually used to express general ideas or beliefs, like this one. Now, like in the infinitive clause too, it is unusual to have a clause like the clause that as the subject of a sentence in English. So again, as an alternative, we use the introductory it as the subject and put the clause that later. Now, am I understood or do you have any questions?
None, ma'am. Everything is clear.
Thank you for responding. So for this one, these are a couple of sentences and using it as an introductory, I want you to identify which of the following clauses, which is the clause to and the clause that, to use in the following sentences. Kindly fill in the blank. So for number one, we have blank is important blank. Be relaxed about making mistakes. What do you think is the answer?
The answer is and two. It is important to be relaxed about making mistakes.
Alright, let's see if you are correct. Correct, Mr. Rebenke. It is important to be relaxed about making mistakes. Again, sorry for the error. The circle should be in the to clause to give emphasis into that. But anyway, the word it again is in the beginning of the sentence and it also serves as a subject. And we use the infinitive clause to connect the second phrases or sentences or words rather. Now, for number two, please read and explain your answer, Mr. Benke.
Blank is often said blank going to the country of the language helps. Missing words are the it and that. So sentences would be it is so it is often said that going to the country of the language helps.
Thank you. Let's see if you are correct. Very good. It is often said that going to the country of the language helps. And for the next number, we have number three. Blank is essential. Blank, give yourself time to study regularly. Give me your answer. Michael, please.
The missing words are the it and to. So the sentence will be it is essential to give yourself time to study regularly.
All right. You are correct. Thank you so much for participating. Now I can see that you really learn from the lessons that I have taught. Again, we have these two types of it, which is the it as a dumb subject, and it only serves as the grammatical subject of the sentence. It has no lexical meaning at all. It means that it's nothing. And for the second one, we have the introductory it, which serves as the subject of the sentence. And it also has its lexical meaning on it. Other than that, as an introductory it, we can always see the it in the beginning of the sentence. And it can also be followed by the clause infinitive to and by the clause that. Are we all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Now I have these tasks and exercises for you, and I want you to identify what is being asked on the slides. It can be a fill in the blanks, or it can be the instruction of what does this sentence talks about. Is it about the distance or the weather or the time? And of course, kindly give me what type of it is it? Is it the introductory it, or is it the it as a subject or as a dummy subject? Now let's begin. What are the types that we can use the word it? Please open your mic if you want to answer.
It as a dummy subject and it as a introductory it.
Thank you. So let's see. You are correct. Very good. For the next sentence, we have it is cold, it rained. What do you think is the answer to this one?
It is cold, it rain. It
Mhm.
as a dummy subject tells us about the weather. And I know that it is a dummy subject because the word it is a grammatical sentence or grammatical subject rather.
All right, thank you. You are right because even though it is in the beginning of this sentence, but it doesn't have the lexical meaning on it. It only serves as the grammatical subject. And also, we can't find the word or the clause rather, the clause to and the clause that in the sentence. So technically, it is it as a noun subject. Now let's move forward. You're correct. All right. Now, how about this one? I'm going to walk to work. It's only 2 miles away. The circle should be on its. Sorry again, it's an error. I don't know what happened. But anyway, what does it mean? Or what are the answer?
In this sentence, it as a dummy subject tells us about distance. And this distance because the word mile which pertains to distance.
Thank you so much. You are correct. It is it as a dummy subject, and obviously it is talking about the miles or distance. Let's see. Here is the answer. Okay, Mr. Rebecca, you are keep on getting the right answers. And for this one, oh, fill in the blanks. For the first one, please read it and answer it afterwards, Mr. Rebecca. I think your mic is muted, Mr. Rebecca. I can't hear you.
Blank is do. Blank is being able to speak a second language is useful. Uh, the missing words are the it and to. So the sentence will be, it is true to being able to speak a second language is useful.
Let's see
It
if
as
you.
a introductory on the sentence because uh, the word it is present on the sentence and the word to which is the infinitive clause is also present on the sentence.
Alright, let's see if you are correct. I'm so sorry for the black screen. I think it's just a delay. So here is your answer. You are correct, Mr. Rebecca. Thank you so much. So it is an introductory it because it is in the beginning of the sentence and it serves as the subject. And of course, we use the plus dot in this one. And for the second one, blank is difficult. Blank remember facts if you don't write them down. Please tell me the answer, Mr. Rebecca.
And the missing words are the is and to.
I
So
am
the
so
sentence
sorry,
will
but
be
you are
it is
not edible, Mr. Rebecca. I can't hear you clearly.
wait. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible now. Please continue.
And the missing words are the is and to. So the sentence will be it is difficult to remember facts if you don't write them down. The sentence shows introductory it because it is found in the beginning of the sentence, and there is also infinitive clause to which is following of the introductory.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rebecca. Let's see if you're right. Alright, so you get the correct answer. It is difficult to remember facts if you don't write them down. Is a introductory it. First, we have the it in the beginning and the infinitive clause to after the introductory. Congratulations, you did well. Now, here are my list of references, and that's all. I hope that you learned something from me today, and I hope that you enjoy. I will see you in the near future. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Jana.